Here's the thing nobody selling you an RV wants to admit. Since 2019, the average recreational vehicle water heater got more expensive to buy and cheaper to build. Same box on the wall, higher sticker, less metal inside it. You walked onto a dealer lot, you saw a shiny new unit with a new model number, and you assumed new meant better. That assumption is exactly what they are counting on. Because for most of this industry, the last 5 years were not about improving the product. They were about protecting the margin. But not everyone caved. A small handful of brands went the other direction. While the rest of the category was quietly shaving costs, these companies were adding real engineering. Better burners, smarter controls, tanks that do not rot, or no tank at all. So today, we are doing 2 things. First, we are opening the file on the 3 ways the rest of the industry cut corners on you. Then we are counting down the only 5 water heater brands that actually earned their price tag since 2019. Before we get into it, smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously expensive mistakes. And stick around because the #1 brand on this list got so much better, it basically made the old tank heater obsolete, and it charges you barely more than the junk does. Stop shopping like a victim and start thinking like an auditor. Let's open the books. The cheapening file. 3 ways the rest of the industry cut corners. Before you can appreciate what a real improvement looks like, you need to see what the opposite looks like. So here are 3 exhibits. And notice I am numbering these separately from the good list, because these brands did not make the cut. They made excuses. Cheapening number 1, the plastic tank swap. Once upon a time, there was a water heater tank so good that owners bragged about it. The old aluminum tank. It did not need a sacrificial anode rod, it resisted corrosion, and there are units from the 1990s still heating water today. That is not a marketing claim. That is a 30-year-old tank that outlived the truck it was towed by. Then, in 2014, that design got swallowed up in a corporate acquisition. Over the next few years, right through that 2017 to 2019 window, the beloved aluminum units faded off the shelves and got replaced with a newly designed lineup. And here is where the auditor in you needs to pay attention. Some of those newer replacement tanks are not aluminum anymore. They are plastic. Translation: they took a tank that could last 3 decades, and in the name of weight and cost, some versions now come in a material you would recognize from a lawn chair. You are paying a modern price for a downgrade dressed up as an upgrade. Cheapening number 2, the anode rod rot trap. Now let's talk about the steel tank crowd. There is a major brand still building its tanks out of enamel-coated steel. Steel rusts. Everyone knows steel rusts. So how do you sell a steel tank that sits full of water for years? You drop in a little metal stick called an anode rod, and that rod sacrifices itself to corrosion so the tank does not. Sounds clever. Here is the catch. That rod has to be pulled and replaced roughly once every single year. And if you forget, if you are a normal human being who did not know your water heater needed an annual chore, the rod gets eaten away, and then the corrosion moves on to the main course. First the heating element, then the temperature probe, then the tank itself. Translation: you did not buy a water heater, you adopted a pet that will die on you the moment you stop feeding it a new anode rod every 12 months. That is 1950s technology wearing a 2020s price tag. And the company selling it now sits 3 layers deep inside a giant holding company, which tells you everything about where the priorities went. Cheapening number 3, the recirculating disaster. The last exhibit is the most insulting because this one was supposed to be a feature. One of these legacy brands rolled out a recirculating on-demand unit sold only through the factory on certain fifth wheels, promising instant hot water at every tap. What owners got instead was a headache with a warranty. This particular unit developed a reputation as one of the worst on-demand heaters on the market. Owners reported it struggling to fire up and run reliably. They reported recirculation pumps cracking, and when they went looking for parts, there were none over the counter because it was locked to the factory. So what did people do? They tore the fancy recirculating unit out of the wall and dropped in the brand's own simpler model, the one without the broken promise. Translation: they charged extra for a feature that failed so often, the fix was to remove the feature. Held together by hope and self-tapping screws and not much else. That is the backdrop. 3 corner cuts, 3 separate ways the industry decided your wallet mattered more than your shower. Now, against that ugly backdrop, let's count the 5 brands that refused to play along. The only 5 that improved. Number 5, Fogatti. We start the countdown with the newcomer that crashed the party. Fogatti is not a legacy name. It did not have decades of goodwill to coast on, and that is exactly why it had to be good. The InstaShower tankless line brings 55,000 BTU and flows 2.2 gallons of hot water per minute, with a wireless remote so you set the temperature from inside the coach instead of standing out in the cold twisting a knob on the side of your rig. It carries flameout protection, antifreeze protection, overheat protection, and overpressure protection. 4 separate safety systems on a unit that costs a fraction of the premium players. Now, is Fogatti the most refined heater on this list? No. It runs a 12-month warranty, which is shorter than what the top of this list offers, and the newcomer status means the long-term track record is still being written. But here's why it earns the number 5 spot. Before Fogatti, going tankless meant paying a serious premium. Fogatti dragged endless hot water down into a price bracket normal buyers could reach. It raised the floor. And every time a challenger raises the floor, the incumbents either improve or they get exposed. Translation, Fogatti did not just build a good heater, it made endless hot water affordable, and that pressure made everybody else better. Respect the brand that changed the math. Which brings us to a name with a lot more muscle. Number 4, Furrion. If Fogatti is the scrappy challenger, Furrion is the factory heavyweight. When US manufacturers decide to install a tankless unit at the factory, Furrion is one of the first 3 names they reach for. That is not an accident. The headline number is the heating power. Furrion's tankless puts out 60,000 BTU, which is right at the top of what you will find in this category, paired with a flow of 2.4 gallons per minute. More BTU means faster heat, and faster heat means you are not standing in a lukewarm dribble waiting for the burner to catch up. But raw power is not the reason Furrion made this list. The reason is that Furrion engineers for the actual enemy of every RV component, vibration. Your water heater does not live in a quiet basement. It lives inside a metal box getting shaken down the interstate at 70 miles an hour over expansion joints and washboard gravel. Furrion builds its units to survive that pounding, and a heater that survives the road is a heater that survives you. Translation: horsepower is nice, but Furrion also solved the problem that actually kills RV appliances, which is the 20,000 tiny impacts between here and the campground. And if you're finding this breakdown useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Now for a brand that had to earn its way back into your good graces. Number 3, Girard. Let's be honest about Girard, because your auditor brain deserves honesty. The early Girard tankless units were finicky. Owners fought with temperature swings. They complained the burner would drop out if the water flow got too low or the park's pressure fluctuated. If you shopped Girard 5 or 6 years ago and walked away annoyed, you were not wrong. Here is why Girard is on the improvement list anyway and ranked in the middle of it, because they fixed it. The newer generation reviews are measurably more positive than the old ones. The customer service, which used to be hit or miss, has been trending better in recent reports. This is a company that took its lumps and iterated instead of pretending the problems did not exist. The current unit delivers 42,000 BTU, runs on 12 volts, is built with winter use in mind, and sips roughly half the propane a 6-gallon tank burns. It drops into a standard cutout, carries a 2-year warranty, and uses a microprocessor to hold your temperature steady. Translation: Girard is the comeback story on this list. They took a shaky product and spent 5 years sanding down the rough edges instead of sanding down the build quality. That is the difference between a brand that improved and a brand that cheapened. And speaking of brands that never needed a comeback because they got it right the first time, number 2, Precision Temp. At number 2, we have the Specialist. Precision Temp does not make 40 different appliances. It makes water heaters. It makes them in the United States, and it makes them for people who are done gambling. The RV550 puts out 55,000 BTU and runs on Very Flame Control, a system Precision Temp has refined for years, which holds your output temperature rock steady no matter how the flow changes. It has built-in freeze protection, no pilot light to fuss with, and because there is no tank sitting full of water, it burns less propane and cuts weight off your rig. But I want to tell you the real reason this brand sits at number 2, and it is not a spec, it is the phone. Go read the owner threads and you will find the same story over and over. Somebody got burned by a cheaper unit, called Precision Temp with a list of complaints, and a confident, knowledgeable human being picked up and answered. In an industry where 2 of our cheapening exhibits involved companies you cannot even reach, that is worth more than any brochure. Translation: Precision Temp spent the extra few dollars on build quality and the extra effort on a support line, so you do not spend the extra few hundred replacing a mystery failure with nobody on the other end of the line. If this is already saving you from a headache, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Because the number 1 brand did not just build a better water heater, it changed what a water heater is. Number 1, Truma AquaGo, the gold standard. If you have shopped a premium travel trailer or fifth wheel in the last few years, you have already met it, because Truma has quietly become the unit the best manufacturers install at the factory. Truma is a German company, and it engineered its way to the top by refusing to accept the trade-off everyone else lived with. Old tankless units forced you to choose either instant temperature stability like a tank or endless hot water like an on-demand unit. Truma's AquaGo said you can have both. It uses a hybrid design with a small temperature stabilizing mixing vessel that holds your output near 120 degrees, exactly like a tank heater, while still heating on demand. The controls are the part that should make every other brand nervous. The microprocessor scales the burner anywhere from 20,000 all the way up to 60,000 BTU, depending on what you actually need. And it fires with water flow as low as 0.4 gallons per minute. It even has a built-in decalcification system, which means it fights the hard water buildup that murders lesser units from the inside. Yes, it costs more. The unit runs north of $1,300, and Truma insists on a certified installer, so you cannot slap it in yourself on a Saturday. But listen to what owners actually report. One driver in Arizona ran cold desert nights, heating the trailer, cooking, and running the Truma, and burned less than half of one propane tank. Another paid roughly a couple $100 more than a basic tankless would have cost, and said they would never go back to a tank. Translation: Truma looked at a category full of corner cutting and decided to overbuild instead. It made the tank heater obsolete, and it did it while charging barely more than the units that are quietly getting worse. That is the whole thesis of this video, standing in one box on the wall. So let's total this up. On one side, 3 cheapening exhibits: a proven aluminum tank quietly swapped toward plastic, a steel tank that rots the moment you skip its annual chore, and a recirculating feature that failed so hard owners removed it. On the other side, 5 brands: Fugatti, Furrion, Girard, Precision Temp, and Truma, that spent the last 5 years adding engineering instead of subtracting it. Here is how you shop like an auditor from here. First, check the tank material with a magnet. If it grabs, it is steel, and you are signing up for the anode rod chore forever. If there is no tank at all, even better. Second, if it is a tank unit, find out whether it is aluminum or plastic before you believe a word of the sales pitch. Third, read the warranty length out loud, because a company that believes in its build backs it longer. And fourth, when in doubt between a decades-old tank design at a modern price and a real tankless unit from this list, the tankless is almost always the smarter money. The industry is a shrinking island of brands that improved, surrounded by a rising tide of stuff getting cheaper behind the same shiny door. Now you know which 5 are standing on dry ground. Let me know in the comments which brand on this list surprised you the most. And if you want to make smarter choices, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.